Welcome to MrClef.com's quick review of Napoleon, brought to you by Noble Review, concise review books. At the end of the French Revolution, Napoleon Bonaparte was appointed to lead the French army. His popularity grew, and as the French Directory was falling apart, he pounced on the government. He suddenly seized power in 1799 in a blow of state called a coup d'etat. During his reign, he controlled much of Europe. In his great victory at Austerlitz in 1805, he defeated the Third Coalition, an alliance of European nations. Napoleonic wars raged throughout Europe from 1803 to 1815. At his peak, Napoleon controlled modern-day France, Belgium, Netherlands, Spain, Italy, and Poland. Also, Austria, Prussia, Denmark, and Russia were allies through treaties. Though powerful in Europe, France gave up much of its New World territory as a slave uprising by Toussaint-Louverture in Haiti made it difficult to maintain the sugar crop there. A great deal of land was sold to the United States in the Louisiana Purchase. Napoleon crowned himself emperor in 1804. He placed the crown on his own head, rather than allow the Pope to do so. To legislate for the empire, a legal code was named for him. The code gave rights to all men under the law, but limited free speech. Furthermore, women's rights were decreased. Napoleon was not immortal. In 1805, he lost the Battle of Trafalgar, a naval battle where he was outmaneuvered by British commander Horatio Nelson. He never could conquer Great Britain. But for his three major mistakes, no CPR. His continental system was an attempt to blockade the island of Britain to prevent trade. This failed, as Britain had a strong navy and other nations did not take kindly to being told who they could trade with. In the Peninsular War, Napoleon looked to march through Spain and conquer Portugal, but about 300,000 soldiers were lost in this war, and Portugal was never taken. Lastly, the Russian invasion was a disaster. Once Napoleon was deep enough into Russia, Tsar Alexander I ordered the land to be burned. This scorched earth policy destroyed the agriculture and left Napoleon's army to starve through the winter. Almost his entire army was wiped out. After his defeat, Napoleon was banished to the island of Elba near Italy, but he escaped. As he marched through France's countryside, he gathered supporters. In an attempt to regain his empire, he remilitarized in what's known as the 100 Days. However, in 1815, he lost the Battle of Waterloo. He was next banished to St. Helena in the Atlantic. There he died in 1821. In the aftermath of Napoleon's reign, Europe looked to rebuild. The Congress of Vienna was an important meeting of European leaders. Led by Austrian Prince Clemens von Metternich, diplomats embraced ideas such as establishing a balance of power and restoring legitimacy of the monarchs dethroned by Napoleon. Fearful of revolutions similar to the one seen in France, coalitions such as the Holy Alliance and Metternich's Concert of Europe were formed. It was agreed that if an uprising broke out in one country, members of the alliance would put it down. But of course, these alliances did not prevent the wars to come in the 19th century. For a review of the French Revolution, click here. For more review, you can get free flashcards and review sheets at MrClef.com. We also invite you to check out Noble Review in both paperback and ebook formats. Best of luck on your tests.